How's it going, friends? Welcome back. It's been a while, 2 weeks gone for the Pro Tour and a spontaneous trip afterwards. A couple of days in New York City, a little bit of vacation time that I where I got hosted by Nathan and Oliver to Mike or Nathan Stoyer, and it was just a very nice time together with my friend Raul. Jan, we explored New York a little bit longer. And then I also went to Toronto for the first time Canada, played the GP there, the Spotlight Series. Got 40th place there, got 17th at the Pro Tour. Had a pretty good day 2 run, as I often do. At the PT, I think my day 2 win rate might be higher than my day 1 win rate, which is kind of weird, but I'm pretty sure that's accurate, actually. Like, I often end up 5-3ing day 1, and then day 2 I often go 7-1 and 6-2, something like that. It's kind of funny. In any case, I did lose my last round. I was 11-4 at the Pro Tour, but I would have been very likely been 9th. Lost to Petr Sochorek, which, the two of us have a bit of a friendly rivalry going on. Petra is a very talented player, has 4 GP titles under his belt, just no Pro Tour top 8, but a very strong player who has not played the Pro Tour for a while. So he beat me in the final round for that 12-4, which put him into 10th, I think. His breakers were even worse than mine. 10th or 11th he was at the end. But yeah, it qualified him for all the Pro Tours this year, for the World Championship, right? So very happy for him in that regard. Because I made the World Championship top 8 in December, I'm already qualified for the next World Championship and all the Pro Tours this year. So for me, that 12-4 was not that huge, right? It was just money essentially, because I would not have made top 8. I would have been 9th. Very, very, very likely, I think, like almost 100%. My breakers were not good enough to get close to the 8th place at the end, who was also 12-4. In any case, it was a great tournament. I played Izzet Riddler together with 4 people on my team, Nathan Eli Cassis, Charles Wong, and David Inglis, of course. We mastered the stack, and it was a different version than the one I have here in front of me. I'm trying to adjust to the incredibly unexpected or incredibly wide metagame at the Pro Tour, where all the top decks, all the Green Cup decks got slaughtered, literally. Just a bunch of new archetypes that people didn't really have on their radar, like the Harmonizer deck, the Dimir Extruder deck, that being the finals of the event. Who would have guessed that? And of course, the Spell Elementals deck, all the other Elementals archetypes, the 4-color, 5-color ones with Cavernous Souls supported, of course. Just a very unique tournament, and just nobody would have expected that. And my deck was just the Izzet Portal deck. We liked that very much into the Cup decks. We liked it more than Lessons, because Lessons just Bright Glass Gearhulk, the innovation by Tristan, winning the regional championship in Portland. Finding like Seam Rip or Insidious Fungus and Lantern is so incredible against Lessons that the Cup decks, or especially that Cup version, didn't feel that bad into Lessons anymore, or at least like ahead. So we wanted to play a control deck against them. Sorry, my nose is running a little bit. We wanted to play a control deck against them that was not vulnerable to these cards, like to Graveyard Hate, to Enchantment Destruction. And we found this Riddler deck, or David Inglis found it, and we had Ashling Rekindled. We have Springleaf Drum as new additions as well. The Seer, of course, Spellsnare, of course, here as well. And the Springleaf Drum, really cool addition to speed this deck up, to empty your hand faster, so your Riddler draw 2 becomes enabled quicker, and of course to enable some nut draws like Springleaf Drum. Turn to Riddler, Warped, and then Splash Portal tapping the Riddler with the drum is obviously pretty incredible. That's capable, that this deck is capable. Or you go like Springleaf Drum into Thunder Trap Trainer, and then just torch something, or cast another talent. It just speeds you up a lot, which is nice. It is the downside of it being a dead card. So originally we had 4 copies, but we went down to 3, and that feels like sort of fine. 2 to 3, I think, is a good number for the Springleaf Drum. And yeah, I did cut the Ashling Rekindled. I think the card's fine. You can like cast Sauna with it, you can cast Riddler with it, Ral, Explosion, right? but it's obviously a lot less powerful than it is in the Elementals archetype. There, it's literally like a ridiculously good card, right? Generating all that mana. In this deck, it's not that good. It still is annoying for some decks, like the green decks. If you get 2 mana every turn and like can cast something and then also hold up interaction at the same time, it is nice. But I think so at the PT we played 2 Storm Chasers Talent in the main and 2 in the sideboard. We wanted to have less of these because Cup was so prevalent and it's not that good into Cup, into the green stuff. And by airbending 2, they can just airbend the token. But yeah, the metagame has shifted away, I feel like, from these green decks dominating the format into more of the go bigger decks, the Elementals decks, the Excruciator deck, Teamer Harmonizer. And in all those matchups, I think Storm Chasers Talent is superior to Ashling, as it really puts on pressure. It works very nicely with Boomerang Basics, makes that card even more powerful than it already is in your deck. And it also frees up sideboard slots. And the metagame has really widened after the Pro Tour. It feels really hard to build a good sideboard for the metagame. So having 2 more sideboard slots seems also good. And yeah, that's why I cut the Ashling here in the end. I think there's not that much to say about the rest. I added a Get Out. Just seems nice into all the Go Bigger decks, having another counterspell. And the return effect is very good when you have 4 talents in your deck, where you can like bounce a Furnace, bounce a talent, or bounce 2 talents and just generate a ton of prowess damage. So yeah, a neat effect there. Yeah, that's pretty much it. Otherwise, not really many changes. Cut 1 Explosion. Explosion is one of the better cards against the Cup archetype. So also good with Ashling. So it's getting a little worse with less green in the format. The sideboard is really hard to build, honestly, even still. I mean, the metagame seems to be kind of up in the open. Lessons is making a comeback. Dimir midrange is there. Excruciator, Harmonizer, Landfall decks. Cup might make a comeback again. It's just all over the place. So take it with a grain of salt. Some of these slots are definitely interchangeable. Feel free to do implement your own ideas. Like the second stroke, for example, I'm a little sus on, but it does seem good against specifically Deceit stuff or specifically Excruciator. Very good there. It is a little bit of a narrow card. So that one, I could definitely only see playing 1. I added Detect Intrusion, which is just a powerful card. It was like sort of the 16th card for me. I did cut it at the end for the PT, but I kind of wanted to include it, but I couldn't really find the space. Now I added it back in. It's just so powerful with Thunder Trap Trainer to bounce that, and also kind of neat with Springleaf Drum. Yeah, we have the 4th Torture Tower in the sideboard, a little bit more shock action, good against Dimir, good against Cup decks, of course. I added a Ghost Vacuum over the... Like, I only played 2 Lanterns at the PT, which I kind of regretted looking at the metagame in the end. Added a Ghost Vacuum. I think Ghost Vacuum is quite good against the Spelementals deck. We have the Sea, of course, great against Dimir and creature decks. Typebinder still there. The Explosion moved to the sideboard. Monchitong and Ral here in the sideboard. I was also thinking about Sunspine Links as a one-off, as it's kind of cute with Splash Portal. Like all these Cavern of Souls Elementals decks, you can play Sunspine Links against those, and then Splash Portal, boom, deal them like, I don't know, 10 damage out of nowhere. Might be a cute thing. I haven't tried it. Again, sideboard space is tight. And it seems like that these Cavern of Souls Elementals decks are a little bit on the downswing recently. Feels to me. Yeah, I mean, they are certainly one of the tougher matchups. I played against Marco Comoluzzi at the tournament, and he just 2-0'd me. I mean, I Mulligan to 5 as well in one game. But these Cavern of Souls decks with all these Elementals, Deceit, Wistfulness are pretty strong. Especially Deceit is the absolute best against this deck because it does deal with Riddler and Ral, and you can't really do much about it if they have a Cavern of Souls. Like, I guess you could argue Cavern of Souls is just the best card. I think you'd probably be ahead in that matchup if not for Cavern of Souls. But yeah, Cavern of Souls is just too good. And yeah, Wistfulness is not that good against this deck. Like, it's a big guy, but like killing Talent or Roaring Furnace isn't that important. Drawing 2 cards as well is kind of annoying though. Like, it's certainly good as well, but the Seat is the nightmare. Yeah, so Sunspine Links was an idea there, but again, like the metagame is so wide, I don't know if that's worth it, Yeah. But yeah, I'm gonna play this deck here for now. I also have the Arena Championship coming up, so even more standard in the future. It's gonna be in 10 days from now. Deck submission is gonna be even sooner. So yeah, I'm gonna play some of the new decks for you guys here on the channel, and starting with the updated portal version, which is certainly a sweet deck. I can't really say how well positioned it is. I'm not sure either. The metagame is just so weird now. And I haven't played that much standard recently. I've just been focusing on, vacation and then the Spotlight Series Toronto. And I come back yesterday, like Jill's still jet lagged. It's been a bit of a roller coaster the last 2 weeks, but very, very fun as well. Okay, let's jump into it. All right, let's play. Yeah, sure. We got our combo. Splash Portal Riddler. Back in gold tier. Yeah, haven't played in February. And again, most of our testing happens in the internal testing, so I don't play that much ladder. Which may be a mistake, honestly. Maybe I should play more ladder. I feel like at the last few events, we kind of missed the metagame pretty heavily. We didn't find the new decks. We didn't find lessons with Talent and Monument at World Championship. Now we didn't find the Spelementals deck, the Harmonizer deck. To be fair, we had those decks, actually, or we had the ideas of those decks, but we just didn't have the time to implement it, I guess. I don't know. We were just kind of short on time and then didn't try the Harmonizer deck, even though we had it. And then the Spelementals deck, we didn't really... we had the idea of it, but we also didn't try it, so it was kind of unfortunate. Felt like we fell short a little bit, but yeah, we also were surprised by all the elemental stuff. We did try those. We didn't like them against lessons and then just kind of dismissed it. But I think we gave too much credit to how much lessons there would be. Because we thought at the Pro Tour people would be playing lessons to fight the green decks. But I guess probably the Tristan version with Bright Glass Gear Hulk maybe scared away enough lessons players. I don't know. It's just a really weird tournament. And yeah, I guess if you play more ladder, you might have a better feel for the new stuff. You might get paired into new decks. You might draw inspiration from those instead of being always in your internal meta game where you might be in a bit of an echo chamber, which might be bad, yeah. I'm very happy my opponent is not holding up Shoot the Sheriff right now. So we're able to do this. Oh, that was a mistake. I'm playing loosely. There was no reason for me to play my land. Yeah, I gotta get, a little rusty here. Could have drawn into Spire Bluff, played it, and now I have a tap land in hand, which I didn't need to. Okay. Oh yeah, this looks obviously great. They can shoot the Sheriff, this Riddler, but that's fine. Then I'll just deploy a Ral, which is great for me. They don't seem to have Spell Pierce, otherwise my portal would have been countered. Ral is a little weird. Like, it's kind of good against Dimir, but it's also kind of bad into their 4 Tidebinder, which they now run. So it's a little weird. But yeah, I mean, in this scenario, I think the Ral is just going to ride this home. Because I can kill the Tidebinder or counter it. I have Torch for Curiosity. I have good pressure to deal with Okaito, so this is just a great scenario for me. I went 6-4 at the PT, losing to Temur Harmonizer in the hands of Tony, who made the finals. I think I could have won that match, which was unfortunate. We were in extra turns, and I made one misstep, which cost me. Yeah. And then I played against Atsuki Kihara on Dimir midrange, and I also made one misstep, which was very costly. He played very tight, so did Tony. Like, they both played very well, but I feel like I could have won both those matches. Both of those were on day 1. So that was a bit of frustrating. I finished day 1 at 5-3, starting 4-1, losing 2 constructed rounds against these 2 constructed players, masters. And yeah, on day 2, I lost to Marco Camoluzzi. That's kind of funny. I guess I need to use a torch here. This was just a really bad play by my opponent in a way. I mean, I guess they're kind of desperate. I could activate my talent, or I could hold up the long reverse pull. I think I'm just gonna activate my talent, to be honest. I just want the torch back. I don't think it's gonna be that important to hold up the long reverse pull. I wouldn't know for what. Yeah, and on day 2 I lost to Marco Comoluzzi. Nothing I could have done there. And then I lost to Petro Sochwek, also on Dimir mid-range. Yeah, I don't know. I got really unlucky in game 1, missing with Trainer twice. And like drawing a bunch of lands against Petra, who had a pretty good draw on the play. And then game 2 I won, and game 3 I missed a land drop. I missed my third land drop, and Petra had an excellent draw again, which, yeah, and then I lost. So, but close again, and you know, getting unlucky in game 1 and getting kind of unlucky in game 3, not having my third land. So I feel like the funny thing is I only got paired into one of the Cavern of Souls decks. I didn't get paired into Sultai Reanimator, which was one of the worst matchups for our deck, and the Elementals, the Cavern of Souls deck, which is tough for us. So I only get paired into one bad matchup in the entire tournament. So I kind of got lucky, and I feel like maybe, you know, I could have maybe gotten a top 8 if I would have played a little bit tighter. In any case, yeah. Okay, what are we doing here? Maybe just roll it up. Kind of want to find a red card to kill one of these creatures, and there we go. And also a portal. Yeah, I mean, this game is maybe, is it over already? Kill this. Can I get to, no, they're at 13, so it's not quite lethal. Can put him to 1, but yeah, this game is essentially over, and if one already concedes, yeah. Cool. Dimir. So what I used to take out was Ashling. I don't have that to take out anymore. Maybe we just trim on the spring leaves. Spell Snare, I think, is kind of decent. Get out, maybe cut that. Cut the explosion, maybe cut the Ral. Play Torch, play Seer. Tidebinder is decent. One-Chi Tongs, maybe alright. I could play one Ral, I could play a Strum. I probably want the Tidebinder. One-Chi Tong is kind of weak to Tidebinder, but might be fine. Might be able to get a window in. Explosion is also interesting. I mean, it's pretty weak to Tidebinder. But it might still be good enough. Maybe I'll just do like 2 on the draw, and then on the play I'll swap them for Ral or something. Because like if they hold up Tidebinder, you can just maybe just draw 2. If they don't, you can get them maybe. They do play a lot of creatures. Yeah. I don't know. I'm not super sure about that slot. Could certainly see One-Chi Tong. It's kind of nice in this matchup. Oh yeah, I could have cut portals. I think Splash Portal is not great here. That's what I've been doing at the PT at least. I've cut like a couple of portals. As they, you know, have a lot of interaction, counter spells. Like they can Essence Scatter or Disdainful Stroke your Riddler, or shoot the Sheriff in response to the portal. You take away sort of the power of your deck a little bit if you cut the portal. You make your deck less powerful. Like this game, I don't know, maybe portal's gonna be great. Could certainly be the case. Oh, they have Spell Pierce? No, sure. Okay. Looks like Tidebinder maybe. I want to have 3 mana up so I can torch the Tidebinder, hold up the pole. I think that's gonna be the plan here. I'm just gonna slow roll here with the Riddler. I'm not gonna make any moves. I have to counter that one. I think I'm just gonna keep slow playing it. They also hold up mana. I think this certainly favors me in most scenarios. So I have like trainers and talents in my deck, which are 2-for-1s, while they have mostly 1-for-1 type cards. I mean, Kaito. I guess I could just play the Riddler and see what's up. They will probably just shoot the Sheriff it anyways. It seems like impossible to sneak it out anymore because they have so much mana. So if they have like an Essence Scatter, it's gonna trade for it anyways. But I'm not gonna portal it. I think that would be a waste. It's like they're so likely, if this resolves, they're so likely to just have a removal. Ah, okay. Interesting. So I could Tidebinder that. Trigger. Maybe baits out another Tidebinder, theoretically. Also gives me a card. I feel like drawing a card here is just pretty huge. Yes, I could hold the Tidebinder for future situation, but for like a Kaito or whatever, but I have a Seer and a Torch. Yeah, they do have another Tidebinder. And now we actually get to Splash Portal, so this turned out pretty awesome for me. And what's even greater, I actually get to draw 2 cards here. So I can Torch first. It doesn't really matter, I guess, too much, because it's just gonna get flickered anyways. Whatever. Yeah, so this was excellent for me. Wonderful. Okay, Patience got rewarded. And also playing the Tidebinder got rewarded, because then they tapped out and I was safe to portal. But yeah, I think it's still correct to trim some portals. You don't really need the speed in this matchup necessarily. It's just, so they have Doomblade in their deck. They literally have Shoot the Sheriff, so like they can just kill it. Like Riddler is just not that powerful in this matchup. They have another null. Alright, fair enough. Not activating the Reef, okay. Huh, interesting. Certainly interesting. Maybe have Unagi or Curiosity. Kinda want to empty my hand so I get to draw 2 with Riddler, but that'd be pretty bad into Unagi. Okay, nothing. I mean, I don't get it. They have to do something, right? Like, why are they not activating a Reef? I don't understand. I don't understand. I really don't understand. What's this about? I'm just gonna torch it. I don't know. I feel like they don't have Unagi. Like, if they had Unagi, they would have played it there, right? Like, No way they have Unagi. They would have just played it end of turn. Maybe they have Kaito in hand right now. Play Kaito, stun my Riddler or something. Yeah. I really don't understand why the Reef didn't attack last turn. That was weird. I'm not sure what they were holding up. Maybe another Tidebinder. Yeah, that's what they were holding up. Okay. Probably gonna concede now. Well, certainly gonna concede into my Felmer Trap Trainer kicked here. Yeah, if you can get to a late game stage against Dimir, it feels pretty good. Torch, I guess. Yeah. Alright, sweet. Interesting. I mean, very matchup dependent hand. These type of decks obviously get better when you know what you're up against. Play against a creature deck, this hand's great. If I don't, this hand sucks. This deck mulligans pretty well. Trainer and Riddler get you out of mulligans. If I know I'm playing against Cub, I'm obviously keeping. But I don't know what I'm up against, so it's tough. I think I'm gonna mulligan maybe. I don't know. This could be a good hand, but definitely good against the green deck. It's pretty decent against Dimir as well. It's bad into Lessons. It's just so unfortunate. I just don't know what I'm up against. I'm gonna try this, I think. Get rid of this. Damn it. Funny. Yeah, it's okay. It's okay. What can you do? I think I'm gonna sack a talent here. Just to scry myself. I don't even know into what. Into red cards. That card is good against green decks, but is it good now? Kind of very tap out going. I have like a pretty tap out situation here. Kind of just want to basics my talent again, I guess, and like the long reverse pull doesn't really work into that plan well. Yeah, if I knew I get Lano Elf, I'm happily keeping that other hand, but wait a minute, what? Okay. Funny. Anyways, let's keep on the pressure. Hoping for a land. And now I can't pump these orders anymore. Nothing. Maybe a 2-drop? Okay. Wow, opponent was really relying on that Lano Elf, huh? I don't really know. Like, if they had a Nature's Ridden, they probably should just cast that instead of whatever they just did. I mean, they clearly have an Ouroboros, right? So I guess I'll just pass the turn here. Then if I find another spell, I have lethal, a 1-mana spell. Okay. I guess I'll just do nothing again. I'm kind of confused on what's going on. They have a flash thing. Okay. So they go to 2 against 3 others. It's gonna be tough to beat that. Yeah. Okay, I guess maybe they play I guess they play Simic or Roboroid, but they have 1 Curiosity in the 75, in the 60 to fetch it with Nature's Rhythm. Okay. So here we take out the talents. And we add in Stroke, Torch, Seer, Explosion, Wanchi Tong. And I guess it's a lot of counterspells. Like our PT list only had 3 counterspells, so maybe I don't want all these. Could see cutting Get Out. Could cut a Drum. Cutting all these talents makes Drum worse, obviously, because we're cutting creatures. Get Out doesn't hit Nature's Rhythm, which I think Stroke is just better because of that. It also doesn't hit. Like, you could also bring in Tidebinder for what it's worth. It shuts off Oko. Ral is also decent. I think I like 1 though because it's a little clunky. Could see cutting like a Basics and a Springleaf for like 2 Tidebinders maybe. It's not. Yeah, I'm a little uncertain about the Tidebinder. Could also see cutting a Trainer for what it's worth. Portal. Yeah, whatever. We added a few creatures into the deck that makes the Trainer a little worse as a card. Less hits. The Trainer plus Portal is pretty good in this matchup. What a fantastic draw. Yeah. Sucks. Badger all time. Interesting. Do they have 6 mana? If I kill the Cub, they can deploy an Ouroboros, and I don't really have a good answer to that right now. So I probably just hold up Tidy Boy. Here, 2 mana counterspell would have been better than Tidebinder because I can kill the Cub. And the Trainer obviously was kind of like a blank. I just like skipped the turn without even getting anything good. It's pretty sad. Nothing. Okay. Interesting. Interesting. Curiosity again. Unagi. Okay. Interesting game. Like, I could see that killing the Badger Mole here is good, like in my end step. I'm not sure. Yeah, there it is. They have Riddler as well. Shit. I should have killed the Pollinator in my combat step. Fuck. Ah! My opponent punted the game, and I didn't. Like, they needed to do it right away, because I would actually have to torture the Pollinator. Oh, I was... I don't know how to think about that. I wanted to kill the Pollinator anyways, because I wanted to play around Spider Sense, but I just could have just killed it in combat to prevent this stupid Riddler. Ah, man. That stinks. I mean, my opponent, to be fair, if they would have played correctly, they would have just tapped the forests. Yeah. Honestly, my opponent just punted this game pretty hard. Like, if they play it this way... I mean, I guess they didn't want to tap the forest because they want to attack the forest for 2 damage. I guess it's fine the way they played it. I don't know. I mean, they could have tapped the forest to leave up 2 blue, and then I can't prevent this Riddler from coming down anyways. But this was obviously like the worst outcome possible for me. Oh well. Oh well. Okay. So, okay. We'll see. I mean, interesting game. Interesting game from now on. I feel behind because I have, like, less mana and less cards. But I have better cards in my deck, I hope, at least. Interesting. Interesting. If I play Raoul, it's very bad into Ouroboros. A little awkward. Raoul otherwise is kind of nice to get down. But it's pretty terrible into Ouroboros. I feel like my entire hand is kind of bad into Ouroboros. I guess I have the explosion. I guess I'll just pass the turn with Wan Chi Tong. It doesn't feel great though. Okay. Okay. Interesting they played the Reaver first. Kind of indicating that they maybe have like something like a Spider Sense. No? Okay. Weird game. Weird game. I need land drops. But how desperately? Do I have Riddler for 2 mana here? Kind of want to kill the Weaver too. I want to hold up Stroke. So if I don't hit a land with the Riddler, and then I can't kill the Weaver and hold up Stroke, that'd be kind of sad. 5, 7, 8, 9 mana, 10 mana. They can like cast 2 expensive cards if I don't kill the Weaver. If I kill the Weaver, they cannot cast Ouroboros and Riddler. This would be so good if I find a land with this Riddler, though. Gamble a little bit. Come on, deck. Give it to me. Welp. Now I do have Explosion plus Furnace, so deal 7. They do not have Spider Sense. I guess that's good for me. For what it's worth, what kind of convinced me on this deck is that the Lessons matchup is actually pretty decent. Like, Lessons has a tough time dealing with Riddler. Ral is very annoying for Lessons. And then just, like, countering their stuff, Boomerang Basics. Boomerang Basics on Monument is, like, really effective against Lessons in the early game. They do have Rhythm, okay. You got it. It's about to have, what? 10 mana, 9 mana? They have 4 mana left over. Spider Sense. Spell Pierce. Okay. I have 2 mana, 1 G. Okay. I guess I could have just... Theoretically, I could have furnace both of these and then leave them with all this. But, like, no, I just died to Create Oath, I guess. No. It's just... I wasn't really thinking it through, but, like, I don't think there's a line where I don't Explosion plus Furnace here. I mean, now I get... No, it's just too good. These Boomerang Basics are a little bit sad now that I have to ditch sort of the permanent that I kind of want to use them for. I guess I could ditch Ral, theoretically. And then shock the Riddler, keep the Furnace around. Maybe that's actually a good play. Like, discard Steam Vents, Ral. They lost 2 Riddlers, so they have 2 more in the deck. Yeah, I don't feel too good about this game. Gonna get an Ouroboros probably, maybe Curiosity. Nature's Rhythm can be good here. Interesting, they didn't... So these two are not lands. They're spells. They're not mana dogs either, so there must be something like Spider Sense. They shocked themselves, what the heck? They have like Curiosity plus a counterspell? Maybe another Unagi? Oy. I don't like it. That's kind of good. Negate? So what exactly is happening? They didn't do it for the full value because they have a Spider Sense? Sorry, because they have a Spell Pierce? This turns into a 5/5. I'm at 8. Alright, I mean, if they have a Spell Pierce... Wait. Like, why didn't they do this full value, right? Like, doesn't make any sense. Oh, man. Alright. I'll play around the Spell Pierce. Like, I just lose the game if I play into it, I think. Sure, they might not have it, but I'm just gonna give it to them. Looks like they have it. I would have lost the game if I just torched the tower, the Leyline Weaver. Because, I mean, I don't lose the game, but like, it's... Oh, they have another one of these? Holy shit. Why didn't they play so weird then? Where's this coming from? Why do they have one more card in hand? Am I missing something? They have 0 cards. This is just a bug. My freaking goodness. 2 of those as your last cards? Oh my god. So oh my god. I get punished for playing around the spell piece, I guess. If I just torch this, I just win the game easily. Because this is just a dead card without a creature in play. Okay. I guess I played around the wrong card. But why did they keep... I guess they just really got into my head keeping up that 1 mana. Like, why wouldn't you max out on the repulsive? They just bluffed me and I bought it. My god. Maybe, I don't know, maybe they bluffed me. I guess they bluffed me. Like, I bought it. For some reason they have 5 cards here, but they only have 4 in hand for what it's worth. Funny thing is I can still win this game if they draw badly, but I feel like my odds are not in my favor, I would say. Let me guess, now they have Spell Pierce last card. No. Okay, wow, what a game. 2. Keep up Spell Pierce, Spell Snare, or Splash Portal. Yeah, no, I'll definitely keep up Spell Snare, because I want to use Portal plus that Riddler, I guess. Come on, play a 2-drop. Let's go. Wow, they just concede. What the heck? Damn, they must have had so many good top decks still. They had 3 Rhythms left, Ouroboros, and another Riddler. I guess they were not playing Oko, maybe? And Oko is not that good against Riddler. Wild game. Repulsive Mutation. There's a card I haven't seen in a long time, especially not in these Simic decks. I guess it could be better than something like Disdainful Stroke. But yeah, they're playing Spell Pierce and Repulsive, while Spider Sense is sort of the most prevalent counters these decks play, so that's certainly a little weird. I guess that's what you experience on the ladder. I think I did play this game relatively tight. The one decision point that was just like I got super punished for was the playing around the Spell Pierce. I felt like if I just stroked the Riddler, I'm fine because I can take a hit from the Weaver, take 5, and then just boom on basics the Weaver, play a Riddler, and stabilize. That's why I wanted to play around the Spell Pierce. I just didn't understand why they kept up the mana there. They even shocked themselves. They used the multiversal take 2, and then they didn't max out on the repulsive. Just giga brained me, I guess, maybe. I don't know. It's when you give your opponents too much credit, I guess. In any case, yeah. Let's go to the next game. Okay. Yeah, I can work with this. Would love the 1-drop, but it's fine. We can find it with Trainer, the shock. Okay. Landfall. Oof. That on the play is tough to beat. Turn 2. Yeah, this is tough to beat. I think I'm just gonna pass the turn, I guess. Can't let an Ice Toll come down here. Yeah, like Ascension is really good against this deck. Puts you under a lot of pressure. That is sort of hard to deal with, especially if the buzzing say too. I think this matchup is fine, but like a turn 2 on the play Ascension is not fine. Like you can certainly lose to that. Just another matchup where the strokes are kind of nice, I guess. Don't really want to use my pole here, but yeah, this is just a tough situation. Like this all be fine if Ascension wouldn't be in play, but Ascension being in play just makes all of these cards so much more annoying. Okay, I'm a little surprised he didn't use it on the tunnel. Okay. I guess now I'm just gonna go Trainer into Furnace, kill the cub. Hoping my opponent's out of gas. This was turn 3, by the way. Pretty messed up. Just take the torch, I guess. Big lands are annoying because you can't deal with them. They make like a 6/6 land here. Would be annoying. I guess I can double shoot it, I suppose. It's actually not that bad because then I can also Riddler draw too. This is actually the best outcome for me, holy cow. Now I can kill everything. I think I'm just gonna get rid of the sauna instead of the Springleaf Drum. What are you putting the card on? Is this another trigger? Okay. Open Ascension is so annoying. I hate that card. Yeah. guess I could just shock the elf, leave the tool, leave the forest alive. The elf's gonna be a free. The elf is easier to kill and get rid of because I have Boomer and Basics in my deck as well. Yeah, that's good. I guess I could just kill this now. Yeah, maybe that's just best. I could also have hard cast, theoretically. Let's spell it out. Like if I draw land, then I can... Oh wow, that's amazing. So now I can... draw 2 and I can still flicker the trainer as well. It's a lot of value. Oh shit, I'm stupid. Fuck! Oh man, my missequencing, unreal. Could have drawn 2 cards there. Long River's Pole. Oh my god, that was so bad. Sorry guys. I just... could have just Storm Chased it and drawn another 2 there. Oh man. In any case... probably just roll. Long River's Pole is obviously nice at sort of locking up the game, but right now I have a problem in play, which is a pretty huge problem for me, because this is going to turn into a 6/6 next turn. I might easily just die to that. Buzzing Sea is fine to deal with, but Buzzing Sea plus Earthbender is not fine. The Ral... I can't even double block it. I guess I can triple block it next turn, actually. I guess I should take the Ral then. But I can't... Yeah. Yeah, I should have had one more card in hand right now. They concede? What the heck? You can make this a 6/6. I mean, I triple block, but then you still have the Buzzing Sea going and I lose my Riddler. Jeez, people are just so trigger happy on that. Holy cow. Premature concessions all day, every day. Okay. Let me actually double check my sideboarding here, because I have not played against Landfall in the tournament. So I just want to see what our sideboard plans said. Okay, we do take out the talents there. Take out Boomerang Basics, Drum. Tidebinder, Disdainful Stroke, One Chitong, Annul. Sorry about the mismatching of notes, by the way. Snare does take out Snare. I mean, it's kind of nice against specifically Esper Origins. You could see keeping like 1 in on a draw. Seer is good. Torch is kind of weird. I mean, it seems kind of good against their list. They have a lot of targets. Let me take a look at the sideboard guide. Yep. Take this out. Take out a Burst Lightning, actually. Yeah. Nah, I don't know. I mean, I think it's fine. Might just have the explosion in. Yeah. The Ral, we do take out the Ral, but I think 1 Ral is probably fine to have. Lantern is also kind of interesting against Ice Till. I don't know if I need the Ral, to be fair. It's pretty bad against some of this stuff. Maybe just play a Snare. Play the Torch. kind of wild that we won that game. I mean, like, even if they wouldn't concede, I'd probably still be a favorite because they were so low on resources. But I mean, if they draw an Ice Till or something, it just again looks kind of bad for me. Yeah, I can't do this. Okay. Interesting hand. Maybe just the basics, maybe the tight binder. Kind of don't want to tap out, so I don't really like the sauna too much. But if I don't like the sauna, then the basics becomes bad. So I think I should take the basics away, probably. I guess I could basics a Lano Elf, or that guy. I can also shock it, that's better. I do it now because I don't want them to play an escape tunnel, and then I guess if they play escape tunnel, I can just kill it anyways. True. Interesting. I don't really want enough Banner Ascension to resolve, so I think I should just pass the turn. Makes my sauna worse the more cards I play out of my hand, because I'm gonna play Seer if they don't do anything else. I'm very glad I kept that up. They don't have an escape tunnel yet, by the way, so the Ice Still is worse. So I'm just gonna sauna here, I think. Play a tap land. Okay. Okay. They played this so this works against that. Which, like, if they would have cracked the tunnel first, then play Ice Still, they could have gotten a land for free here. Okay. I think I'll just play it patient. I don't want to get smacked by a million. Wow. Okay. I guess when you're this low on the ladder, people are just not very resilient to drawing lands or whatever. Okay, well, pretty good showcase for the deck, I guess. I think it is a strong deck into green decks and like creature-based decks. You know, it's a variation of a control deck in a way. Of course, I tested for the Pro Tour. I also tested blue-white and Jessica Control, which some people at the tournament registered. I mean, Jessica Control made the top 8 in the hands of Marco Belacca. But I just found those decks to be a little too inflexible, a little too passive, a little bit too reactive, and especially weak to lessons, especially weak to like this 4 Storm Chasers Talent Lessons versions with Riddlers and Rowls in the sideboard. Like game 1 with Jeskai and Rest in Peace in the main deck. Yeah, you're ahead against Lessons game 1, but not even by that much. And then post-board, I think a good Lessons opponent will just beat you. So that's why I didn't want to play those decks. Turns out at the Pro Tour, Lessons was just 5% of the metagame. So something like Jessica and Blue-White was actually kind of nice. But yeah, that was the reason why I liked this deck more, because I felt with this deck I have a lot more game against Lessons because I'm actually putting pressure on them, like with Talons and Riddlers. And I'm having an efficient deck that has some powerful stuff going that sort of, just pressures the the Lessons deck as well. Well, Jeska Control has like an Unagi, a Vonchi Tong, a Meringue, and otherwise just sits on their Lightning Helixes and get lost. And it's much easier to play around that with Lessons than it is to play around a deck that actually sort of plays the same game plan as you do, but you can't answer their threats that well. Yeah, in any case, that's something on that. Yeah, I mean, this deck's good. It's fun to play. Good into green decks. And yeah, certainly it's still a solid choice. It is very similar to Lessons, and I'm not even like saying it's better than Lessons. I think the matchup spread is a little different. But yeah, if you're tired from playing Lessons and want to have a different experience, it's certainly a cool one to pick up. All right. So I have an article coming out on TCG Play on the deck with sideboard guide and everything. Should be out this week. I guess I'll let you know here on YouTube when it's out, and then you guys can have that one too. All right, thanks for watching. I'll be back with some more standard content very soon. See ya.